What's going on, guys? You got your coach of the Chim Chargers here for our Week 9 team analysis for the GBA. Gonna be taking on Battler X once again, coach of the Milwaukee Sawsbucks. And we do face everybody in our division a total of 2 times in the regular season. So we face Battler X once again, so that should be pretty fun to see how he changes things up this time. Especially after the last time we faced with the, if you guys remember that match, it was the curse Alolan Muck. It was him bringing Trick Room to the Trick House. So I'm excited to see how he'll change it up this time. I'm pretty sure he's not going to fall for the same trick twice. So we'll see what we can do here. He brings a team of Xurkitree, Mimikyu, Kartana, Starmie, Meloetta, Lickilicky, Lycanroc Day, Kommo-o, Swampert, Hariyama, and Incineroar. List should appear to your right momentarily. He has a couple new Pokemon on his team, being Swampert is one of them. I believe he got Swampert as soon as the match that we had last time was over. So he got Swampert as a new Pokemon, as well as Incineroar and I believe also Meloetta. We did trade him Meloetta for Cresselia, keep in mind. So that actually opens up a lot for us because Cresselia was actually his only ground immunity. And looking at his team now, he has nothing that resists ground. So this is a perfect time to take advantage of that with our Scarflander that you can see here. So I wanted to build a team centralized around offensive pressure and Scarflando. So as you can see here, we have Empoleon as a Stealth Rock lead. Nice Diamond and Pearl throwback set. Sash lead Empoleon with Stealth Rock's 3 attacks with the Aqua Jet priority. So last time I brought a set which was Mental Herb, and it was a pretty similar set to this. I think it was 2 attacks with Stealth Rock's Defog and Mental Herb, because I don't think he had Swampert back then, and Lycanroc was, I believe, his main sort of Stealth Rocker on his team that could really set up rocks effectively, which I don't think he ever got Stealth Rocks up. I'm not sure. I remember, I think somebody commented or something that said that his Lycanroc never got up rocks or something at any point when he used it. So this time he's a Swampert though, so things are a little bit different here. Swampert's a very reliable Stealth Rocker, so I want to be able to get rid of that, and having an offensive Empoleon lead will pressure his team a lot, especially with the Grass Knot here. So Grass Knot can do a ton to Swampert, probably even knock it out. And with an offensive set, we are able to do a lot of damage with Scald, as well as Aqua Jet in our Torrent range once we get there. So we can damage something. If it's a little bit weakened, we can chip it off with an Aqua Jet. So it's pretty much the same kind of way that we dealt with Lycanroc last time. If he just has to bring that with the addition of being able to also deal with Swampert, Starmie, and stuff like that with Grass now. So Stealth Rock's lead, really essential, really efficient way of getting up rocks. So I feel like that could be working out really well for us here. So that's our lead in pretty much most scenarios versus his team. So the next Pokemon I got here is going to be Landorstarian. Nice Chimp Cat here. So we got the U-turn, nice momentum with the Scarf. It's pretty similar to what I brought last time, I think. We have here Earthquake knockoff, Superpower U-turn, just a nice Scarflando set, which can really take advantage of his team because he has no ground switches other than Swampert and I guess Lickilicky. So besides those, I mean, everything's going to get whittled down, right? And Scarflando can really put a lot of pressure on his team. So I'm excited to see how that works out. And I mean, it's just a great set overall, really reliable. Hopefully it can put in that work versus his team. So the next Pokemon we got here is going to be the Muck, the nice Alolan Muck with the Figgy Berry, but it's a little bit different this time. I'm trying to change it up a little bit while also keeping that Figgy Berry, which is definitely probably one of my staple favorite items of GBA Season 7. So let's take a look here. We got nice Slime, nice Muck. So it's similar to all the other sets that I've run before, with the exception that this time it is a mixed utility set with we got knockoff Poison Jab, which is really reliable. Nice stab moves for this thing. We got Flamethrower in order for us to OHKO Kartana. It actually does without any investment, even without that little 4 special attack there. It OHKOs Kartana. Does like a minimum of 150%. So that's really cool, especially since I guess Kartana can eat hits from knockoff and Poison Jab and stuff like that, but it cannot take a Flamethrower at all. Toxic is there in order for us to wear down bulky Pokemon such as Swampert or Lickilicky. So I could definitely see, you know, we could definitely see Muck putting in that work there to chip stuff down over time. And it's just a reliable Pokemon that I feel like can do a lot with Muck here. And I don't know, it's just a solid mon. I've seen people say, oh, it's the same Muck set over and over. It's so good. It's like I can't even put it to words how good Muck is in the draft format, and the Alolan Muck in the draft format. But I'm really happy about how it's putting in so much work each time, and how it's like bringing our team pretty far. So hopefully, you know, it can do it once again. And let's go over the last 3 Pokemon that we got here. So I got here Magnezone, Virizion, and Alakazam. let's talk about Magnezone real quick. So I'm bringing a Choice Scarf set. So as you can see, I am rocking a double scarf here, and the reason is because now this time I don't think he'll really want to bring Trick Room again. So I can take advantage of that by bringing faster Pokemon, I feel, since I think now Magnezone, like last time I brought a slower Magnezone with Chapel Berry and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. I had a lot of Pokemon on my team back then that could really take advantage of Trick Room. Even if he decides to bring Trick Room twice in a row versus me, Muck can still take advantage of that. I mean, we have Sash Alakazam, which can stall out Trick Room. I don't think he'll bring a full-on Trick Room team. Looking at his team right now, he got rid of Cresselia. The only Pokemon that can really set up a Trick Room effectively is Mimikyu and maybe even Meloetta. But I don't think I feel like he'll be the guy that brings Pirouette Meloetta form that is the Pirouette set, which is the fighting normal type. So I feel like he'll bring that versus me to try to deal with my Muck. I'll go over the Pokemon that I feel like he'll bring after I go over each Pokemon here. But the Magnezone is great because it is Choice Scarf, outruns Mimikyu, outruns Kartana, hits it up with HP Fire, which is awesome. It gets that fast Volt Switch off, so that's cool. Once we get rid of Swampert, which I feel like we can because we have a lot of lures for Swampert like Grass Knot and Empoleon, Energy Ball, Alakazam here. So we can see that if we can get rid of Swampert, then the Momentum Core with U-Turn, Landers, and Volt Switch Magnezone will put in a ton of work. So hopefully that can work out for us. The Magnet Pull can really trap that Kartana if he decides to bring it. And it's just a solid Pokemon in general, especially to deal with Mimikyu, which Mimikyu, I mean, don't underestimate Mimikyu. If he runs a great Swords Dance set at the right time, we want to have Pokemon that can deal with that. So Magnezone can really come through in that sense there. We also have here a Virizion, so definitely a solid Pokemon versus his team. Looking at it right now, Virizion hits literally everything, neutrally effective with that Leaf Blade, Close Combat, Stab moves, and it's just solid. It's super solid overall. We got the nice Swords Dance here, and Close Combat and Leaf Blade will hit everything. Synthesis is for the longevity, so I don't really need a third coverage move, so I figured having something like that could be useful if he decides to try to whittle us down at some point, or we get too weakened, we can Synthesis on one of his switch-ins maybe. Lumberry is in order for us not to get burned by maybe a defensive Scald Swampert, so we can switch into it with ease. Just gotta watch out for that Ice Punch on Swampert though. But other than that, the last Pokemon we got here, let me go over the speed. The speed on Virizion is for us to be able to outrun Pokemon like Mimikyu. I believe that is his fastest Pokemon that Virizion can possibly outrun. So I guess that's all for that set. Yeah, other than that, I mean, everything else is just a nice standard offensive set for this thing. The final Pokemon that we got here is going to be Alakazam. So I wanted to bring an Alakazam set that I feel like Alakazam is better than Cresselia in this matchup, just because of the fact that he has Pokemon like Incineroar. If he wants to bring Trick Room or whatever, Incineroar could be kind of annoying for Cresselia. Roar Swampert can be kind of annoying for Cresselia as well. I guess also maybe Kartana. I feel like I feel like I'm forced to run HP Fire if I want to bring Crest versus Kartana. So I feel like Alakazam just puts a lot more offensive pressure, able to hit things hard like his Xurkitree, like his Kartana, his Starmie, just a lot of Pokemon on his team. Alakazam can take advantage of. Plus of the fact that Alakazam is a great check to his Como-O. And Como-O is it's a pretty big threat. If he brings the right Como-O set, like an Atotomize 3 attack set, maybe like a Life Orb Atotomize set with Clanging Scales, that could be pretty annoying. So I want to be able to have the right checks for that. So I feel like Alakazam can deal with that really well. And even like a Dragon Dance set, Alakazam can control that. So it's just a great check to a lot of his team. Now the Pokemon that I'm thinking that he'll bring, definitely his Xurkitree for sure. I feel like he'll bring that because it is a Z Crystal user. And I feel like, you know, it's just a solid Pokemon versus my team. The Mimikyu he might bring because you know, it's a great check to a lot of my team. And I feel like he'll also bring Swampert because it's one of the new Pokemon that he got. He'll probably bring Swampert versus our team. He'll probably bring maybe Meloetta just to try to get revenge on us. And he'll probably bring the what else? I'm playing a guessing game here at this point. He'll probably bring his I said Swampert, right? He'll probably bring Como-O because it's good versus us. Lycanroc, if he brings Lycanroc, he's not bringing Swampert. If he brings Swampert, he's not bringing Lycanroc. He could also probably bring Kartana. So yeah, those are my predictions for his 6 Pokemon there. But anyways, that's going to be the team. Hope you all are excited for the match tomorrow. and I feel like we can come through here. It's not too difficult of a matchup, I feel, in terms of what we got to bring versus him, especially since he has no ground switch-ins. Landers is going to be putting in that work. I can definitely see Landers putting in that work. I can definitely see Veruzian putting in that work. Alakazam can definitely put in work. I feel like everything on our team is pretty nice versus him. I feel like we can come through for this matchup. There are only, I think, what, 3 weeks left or 4 weeks left after, no, I think 3 weeks left after this match. So we're almost at the home stretch here. I think if we win this, we may be guaranteed the playoffs. Not sure, don't take my word for it, but anyone that knows, let me know. So I hope you all enjoyed, and of course I will see you guys on the battle tomorrow, going 24 hours up from this video. See you guys then, and peace.